Cinema Slacker.
Hey there, Slackers. Brian from Cinema Slacker here once again, doing something kind of interesting today. Something I've been thinking about for a while, ever since I started this channel. I'm going to do a little something that I like to call nostalgic unboxing. So, as you can see, I collect a lot of movies, and I always have. I've always collected movies on a bunch of different formats. So, constantly upgrading the collection and figuring out stuff. Now, an interesting thing is I used to have a lot of VHS tapes. But then when DVD came out, I started upgrading, and slowly those tapes found their way to different resell options. And the weird thing is that I have a box of VHS tapes in my basement that I have been moving around because I packed them up. I was like, I don't have room for these to display. I'm only doing DVD right now. So I'll pack these up. I will deal with them later. That has been almost 25 years ago. And I've been carting this box around from place to place. And I decided I don't even remember most of the stuff that's in here. So I thought it would be fun to open the box up and start taking a look and see what VHS I have stored in here. And I figured why not do it for the channel, because it would be fun. All right, let me flip this over and not hit the microphone. There we go. All right, let's see what we got. All right, first one, Mortal Kombat. The OG Mortal Kombat. I remember really liking this movie. Seems like I just watched it a couple years ago for a podcast I do. Still really holds up. Still really enjoy this one. Now I know where I got this one because I worked at Kmart in high school, and we used to get these like bonus buck things that we could do whatever we want with them. And I had accumulated enough to get this for free from Kmart. So this is the old Kmart VHS Mortal Kombat. Dirty, but yeah, Mortal Kombat. That's a lot of fun. See what else we got. 3 to Tango. I was a big fan of Friends, so I did like Matthew Perry, rest in peace. And I'm a big Scream fan, so Nev Campbell, Dermot Mulroney, or Dylan McDermott did the old SNL sketch, Dermot Mulroney or Dylan McDermott. Dylan McDermott as well. I honestly don't remember what this movie is about. I remember it coming out. I remember watching it. I'm assuming there's some sort of love triangle. Sure. Why not? Anime, which I'm not a huge anime fan. So there's very little anime in my collection. If someone were to come in and peruse, you'll see maybe like 2 or 3, and that's about it. But one of them that I do enjoy is Vampire Hunter D, which I had on VHS. So yeah, that's really awesome. If you like vampire stuff, Vampire Hunter D is worth checking out, especially if you're an anime fan. Definitely watch that one. Oh, here's another one. One of the few. I think I bought this one sight unseen. Wicked City. Yeah, I bought that one. I didn't even know what it was about. Pretty shocking to my young mind when I saw it. So if you like anime, go in. As the sticker says, not for kids. That is for sure. Let's go up. Movie called The Curve, which I have also seen titled Dead Man's Curve. This one's a lot of fun. This came out around the Scream era when all those sort of teen slashers were coming out. The big thing is, since I was a big Scream fan, big Matthew Lillard fan, and he's been in the news a lot lately. So we love Matthew Lillard. But this one was Kerry Russell from Felicity and Michael Vartan from Alias and multiple other things. So if you've never seen it, give it a watch. It's kind of fun. Controversial one. Halloween 3. Season of the Witch. Some people love this movie. Some people hate it because it doesn't have Michael Myers in it. But the completist in me says I had to have it because I had all of the Halloween movies on VHS. So here it is. What is a VHS collection if you don't have some John Hughes? Pretty in Pink. Poor Ducky forgets the girl. But it's a lot of fun. If you haven't checked this one out, I'm a bigger fan of 16 Candles, which maybe hasn't aged super well, but Pretty in Pink still fun. Let's go with some action movies, huh? And if I mention 90s action, you have to say Nicolas Cage with Con Air. I love this movie. I don't care. I will not apologize for it. The movie is super cheesy. It knows exactly what it is, and I love it. There's a famous interview with John Malkovich who said he agreed to star in it without reading the script. You did a great job. You should be very proud of this movie. I love it. I don't care. Every VHS collection needs a copy of Spaceballs. Fantastic Star Wars spoof from Mel Brooks. And of course, they're making a sequel right now. So I'm curious to see how it goes. Interesting how the lineup on the front is Mel Brooks, John Candy, Rick Moranis, Bill Pullman. Sorry, Mr. President. You don't make top billing. Raising Cain with John Lithgow. It's a Brian De Palma movie. John Lithgow is amazing in this. He plays somebody with, at the time, what they called like multiple personality disorder. This movie is why I knew he would be amazing on the season of Dexter he was on. He puts on an all-time performance in this. It's fantastic. Everybody should check this out. Here we go. Let's go with some Midnight Madness. This is a fun little early 80s movie. So it's like one of those like all night scavenger hunt movies. As David Naughton from American Werewolf in London, and as you see, a baby Michael J. Fox as part of the group. It's a lot of fun. And as you can see, Eddie Deason is the classic nerd. He's the nerd in everything. This one's cheesy and 80s and lots of fun. Give it a shot. This is an interesting one. So there's never been a show more made for YouTube than SNL. But back in the day, you had to buy physical media if you wanted to repeat some SNL bits. So they used to sell all kinds of VHS. And the best I have is the best of Saturday Night Live 1992, which, as we can see, has Adam Sandler doing the Red Hooded Sweatshirt song during the news. Chris Rock was part of the cast. There's Julius Sweeney. So our lineup on the back. This has a bunch of different monologues from people like Kirstie Alley. This has the Cluckin' Chicken, Subway, Russell Simmons' Deaf Magic Show Jam. Some good stuff. The Soylent Green skit with Phil Hartman, which is one of my favorites. Yeah, that's a lot. One I think maybe a lot of people may not know about. A movie called Six String Samurai. I love this movie. It is a independent film from about the late 90s. So I bought a book about going to film festivals and stuff. It's like how to survive at a film festival. And they use this movie as an example of the film festival. Like they would use this in like every scenario. Their thing. So I was like, I got to check it out because it sounds interesting. And watched it, loved it, had it on multiple formats. Fantastic movie. Everybody should watch. Here's one that I've never seen before, and I know that I bought it. It's a movie called Hangmen. I bought it specifically because Sandra Bullock was in it, because this came out right after Speed was famous. And so some company was like, hey, we have her in our movie. She's probably in it for like 2 minutes. Throw her on the cover. Let's try to sell some copies, and that worked on me. Still have never watched it. What's this one? Feel like I've maybe watched this, but I don't know. Maybe I didn't. Movie called It's the Rage. But check out that cast list. Joan Allen, Andre Brower, Josh Brolin, Jeff Daniels, Robert Forster, Anna Paquin, Giovanni Ribisi, David Swimmer, Gary Sinise, and Bokeem Woodbine. It's the Rage. I remember nothing about this movie. Ooh, this is a special one. This is a special limited edition, digitally mastered Evil Dead Collector's Edition on VHS. Look at that. Nice clamshell. Nice. And this is super limited edition because it has a numbered sleeve on it. Let's see. Yeah. It just thanks everybody that was. I thought maybe there might be a little something after the credits, but nope. It's just the movie. But look at that packaging. Packaging looks great. I wonder if there's a booklet or something in here. Nope. Hey, give that a look. Nice. They keep that one out and put it on the shelf. Let's dig into the bottom here. Well, here we go. So I definitely bought into the 90s slashers, which I think made me a huge horror fan, and I've gone back and checked out a lot of stuff. So one of those instrumental ones, of course, would be I Know What You Did Last Summer. I was a big Buffy fan too, so Sarah Michelle Gellar, definitely checking this one out. Oh, this one's got a venticular cover. So even though the movie was not great, HBO did put on a limited, or not a limited, but a series of Spawn, an animated series. And so I made sure to pick up the VHS releases because I really enjoy the animation. It's pretty dark, pretty messed up, but check out that cool cover though. In response to that, I also then picked it, not the sequel, but like the next season. So well, it looks like it has the mask from the movie on it, but I know it's from the animated series. So Interesting. Let's do a sci-fi movie, one I really like, and I honestly have never upgraded to a different format. But one called 1201 with Jonathan Silverman from Weekend at Bernie's fame, Helen Slater, Supergirl herself, and Martin Landau. So this came out not too long after Groundhog's Day was famous, and it was like a made-for-TV like movie on Fox. But it's sort of the same scenario, but it's more serious. The day keeps repeating. He's the only one that sees that it's repeating and has to figure out why. Death, corruption, all sorts of crazy stuff, and some scientific experiments. So worth your time. Danny Trejo makes a very small cameo in this. And I met him at a convention once, and I was like, I've been watching. The first thing I remember seeing you in is 1201. And he looked at me and went, damn. So, yeah. Pushing 10 with Billy Bob Thornton and John Cusack. I remember this being like talking about how hard it is to be an air traffic controller, but it is a high flying comedy, as ABC TV said. So I haven't watched it in a long time. Probably since I watched it on here. My science projects. This is a 1980s sci-fi movie that my dad took me to the drive-in to see. And this movie was made for drive-ins. So this guy finds this weird right here, finds this weird thing in like a closed down government facility, starts working on it, tinkering with it. Turns out it can open up portals in time, of course. So there's dinosaurs, there's Vietnam War stuff, there's hippies. Dennis Hopper's also in it, and Fisher Stevens not doing his weird Indian accent that he liked to do in the 80s for some reason. Definitely worth a watch. A movie that's very relevant, unfortunately. 84, Unhurt. Worth a watch. If you've not read the book, read it, watch the movie. It's good. Bowfinger. I love this movie. This movie is a lot of fun. Feel like it did not get enough props when it was out, brand new. So worth a watch. If you haven't, it's hilarious. And it looks like I bought this one from Blockbuster Video used. So Bowfinger. So Stephen King gets a lot of love, but there are some Dean Koontz movies that have gotten, or books that have gotten adaptations. Hideaway is one of them with Jeff Goldblum, Hermie Sisto, and Alicia Silverstone. So this is Jeff Goldblum gets in a car accident, is dead for a while, was brought back to life, but then it turns out he's connected to a serial killer. Boom. Give it a watch. Anybody remembers this? The Big Hit, produced by John Woo, has all that sort of crazy action that he's known for, starring Mark Wahlberg, Lou Diamond Phillips, Christina Applegate. This one's kind of funny. Probably does not hold up well because I have not watched it in a very long time. But at the time, I remember it, enjoying it, obviously, since I bought it on VHS. So I don't know. Give it a shot, I guess. This is going to be interesting because this one's still in its wrapper when it was on sale at Blockbuster Video. So obviously, I have not watched this, but it has John Hurt, Carrie Ann Moss, probably right after Matrix fame, and Sean Wayans with Joey Pants. So no idea if this movie's any good. It's called The New Blood. No idea, but hey, it was only $6.99, so why not? I was also very much into the 90s indie boom. So like the Kevin Smith independent movies and stuff. So I started following a lot of similar ones. I remember watching this one, Glory Days, with Ben Affleck, Alyssa Milano, French Stewart. More importantly, not listed on the cover, Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell, this is the first thing I remember Sam Rockwell from. And he's actually really good at it. So these are some people who are like, hey, it's the end of college. What are we going to do with life now? I don't know, but let's just get through graduation. It's one of those. So it's kind of funny. Ben Affleck's pretty good in it. He was doing his typical his Kevin Smith esque sort of thing. So I don't know. It's worth a watch. See if you can find it. Well, this box has a lot of stuff that I taped off of TV. This one says apparently Clerks is on here. Last like actual like manufactured VHS in here is one that's kind of funny. So I went and saw Man on the Moon. I was a big Jim Carrey fan. Went and saw Man on the Moon, loved it. Wanted to know more about Andy Kaufman because I didn't really know much about him, even though he was on stuff like Taxi and stuff when I was growing up. But I just didn't really watch a lot of it. So I wanted to sort of deep dive more into him. So in Man on the Moon, they talk about this CBS special that he did. It's like a variety show. He had like Howdy Doody and stuff on it. So I went and saw that they were actually selling the Andy Kaufman special And so I bought it just so I could watch and see because they reference it in the thing and you see a little bit of them making it and a couple small clips or whatever, them recreating it. So I went and bought the Andy Kaufman special. Now, in the movie, if you watch it, there's a scene where Andy Kaufman wants to make the picture like flip on the TV because he thinks it'll be funny because people go up and be like, "What's wrong?" and sort of smack their TVs because that's what we used to do back in the 80s. And the TV guy didn't get it, but kind of allowed him to do it. They had to negotiate on how long it would last and stuff. The funny thing is, I bought this having fully seen the movie. And there's a point where the tape starts to flicker and I sat there getting really mad, like, man, I just bought this tape. Why is it doing this? And then I stopped and was just like, you jerk, you got me all these decades later. So the only things left are a bunch of VHS tapes that apparently I recorded a bunch of stuff. Won't go through all of them, but apparently I used to record a bunch of WWE stuff on that tape. Let's see. This tape has Judgment Night, Wayne's World 2, and Major League 2 on it. Nice. This one just says movies. I don't know what that's about. Let's check this one here. What is this one? This one even have a label on it? It was a blank. It's blank. Who knows what's on it? Could be anything. Do one more. Well, interesting. Okay, so this one has Generation X, which was a made for TV movie, X-Men sort of like pilot for TV series. We didn't do super well, so they never went forward with it, but apparently I have it on VHS that I recorded off tape. This one also has Bad Boys, it looks like, and Die Hard with a Vengeance. Interesting. So that is all the VHS that I found boxed up in my basement. I'm sure I could go through all these recorded off TV tapes, but probably nothing in there. So interesting. I forgot that I owned a lot of these. So it's fun to kind of go through and see it sort of relive all these. Sort of this the first collection that I was curating and stuff, and realizing I still had a lot of it. Didn't realize there was this many tapes in here, but it was a lot of fun. Good news is, I thought there was one box. There's actually two. So maybe soon we'll go through the other box and see what kind of stuff I was adding to this collection. It'll be a lot of fun. So thanks for going on this nostalgic journey with me. It's been a lot of fun. Until I see you again, go watch some movies. Any of these.
Cinema. Slacker.